Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and I just got another house flip under contract. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to talk about how I got this deal as well, because it has been a very different real estate market the last few years. Other investors I've been talking to have said it's just really hard for them to find deals, and there's a number of factors going into that. So I'm going to talk about what this property is, when we can see it, and when I'll be buying it, and then also how I found deals on some of my last few flips I've bought. I haven't been buying as many flips as I used to, but I am still buying flips and looking for rentals too. Now, a lot of people have said they like my house flipping, my rental property videos better than some of my business videos I've done lately. I bought a laundromat, I took over another laundromat, I've had my liquor store, some other things going on. And if you look at my channel, I actually post just as many house tours and remodel updates as I used to. I'm just posting way more videos in general. So I used to only do a couple videos a week at the most, and now I've been doing way more videos. So if you see more of those other videos, it's not because I'm showing less of the other ones, it's just I'm adding more videos in general. So I'm just trying to show everything that's going on with me, and if you like it, awesome. If not, no worries. So the house I just got under contract is, hold on a second, very similar to this. It's actually a condo. This is not the same one. The one I'm buying is kind of an off-market deal, and I'll talk about how I got that deal, but that's how I've been getting quite a few of my properties lately. There's so few properties for sale in the MLS right now. That's why even with interest rates going up, prices haven't declined any. Maybe in a few areas they have, but overall not much. And it's tough to find deals. So this is one way I've been getting deals, and it hasn't taken a whole lot of work for me either, which is nice. At least work, recently. It took a lot of work in the past to do what I've done. So this is a condo, one car garage. Like I said, it's not the same one I'm buying, but it's very similar to the same floor plan, and they're pretty neat properties. They've got patios, decks, balconies, and then really neat open space areas, clubhouse, pool. But here's what the inside looks like. Mine will not look this pretty, but they're really cool floor plans with vaulted ceilings, fireplaces, and ours has been redone a little bit, so that's nice, but it'll be fun to show this. Now, we're getting this property for low to mid 200s in that price range, but it'll need very, very little work. So our margins aren't huge on this, but it should be a fairly easy one. But as I've done many times before, we're doing a lease back on this property. That's the only way the seller would do it to make it work. Because it doesn't need much work in the situation, I'm okay with doing that. But I'll be buying it in November and probably won't get into it until 2024. So we'll show the outside of it and maybe some other videos of it, maybe, but we won't actually be getting inside of it for a while. And we just did another flip like that as well, where the seller moved out and we showed that property. Oops, that's not where I want to be. Where do I want to be? Right here. So here's my YouTube channel, and I just want to show people I've got playlists for all my flips, different properties, crazy properties, things like that. And so you can always click on this and see like the laundromat stuff, the Ocho stuff. I don't know why I have two of them showing up there. That's weird. But anyway, rental property tips, all kinds of stuff on here for people to look at. The post-occupancy hoarder house, I have playlists, the river house, the liquor store, for all kinds of things, and rental property advice and tips. So, oh yeah, the evictions and crazy stories, that's always a good playlist. But if we go all the way down here, there's a complete house flips. I haven't done those for a while because those take a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. There, it's all the way down here. I wonder why it showed up down there. I just updated it 2 days ago. But this shows, I'm gonna mute this, and I had YouTube Premium, but I don't know what happened. Now I have ads. Anyway, over here it shows all of the properties in that playlist. And then you can kind of see, right, this is our most recent one. I want to talk about how I found these deals. So this one I got through a wholesaler. So I showed a full video of this house, as many of you have seen. Wholesalers are kind of people who will try and find distressed properties, off-market deals. Sometimes they send postcards, mailers to people. Sometimes they drive around and look for dilapidated houses. Sometimes they buy from the MLS, which is a multiple listing service. They get the house under contract, and then they try to find an investor like me, a house flipper, to sell that property to. And technically, sometimes they'll sign the contract. Sometimes they'll do a double close on the property, and they'll take a fee for doing that. But they can't just take a commission. They can't take a fee per se, because that would be practicing real estate without a license. So they're not listing the house or bringing the buyer and seller together. They're getting under contract and they're selling that contract, which is assigning the contract, or they're doing a double close where they buy it the same day they sell it, so they don't have to bring their own money to do it. So there's some complicated stuff that goes in there, but that's how wholesalers work. I work with a lot of different wholesalers. And thanks to my YouTube channel and other social media, a lot of wholesalers actually come to me with deals, which is nice. But there's lots of different ways to find wholesalers. I have a video that goes over that. And honestly, probably 90% of them will never send you a deal, aren't that amazing to work with. But if you find good wholesalers, they can be a great source of deals. And that's how we got that house. And then that's that same house. This is our other most recent flip that we bought. This one I got through kind of networking. An agent I know in another area actually saw a wholesaler or another investor selling this house on Facebook, and it's a group I didn't belong to. He messaged me, told me about it. I pay him a referral fee for any deals that he can hook me up with. And that's how I got this deal, was from that other agent sending it to me. And so that was sort of an off-market deal as well. It wasn't on the MLS, and I met a new connection through this new investor who's kind of a wholesaler as well, thanks to that other agent. So that's how we got that deal. Let me scroll back through here and see which flips we've got. That's one I've already got. Let's see. That's a house flip out in the country. This was an MLS deal, and that's a short, but this was one that's on the MLS for a while. It wasn't marketed well. We went and saw it, made an offer, bought it for $375 when it was worth $450. So there still are MLS deals. In fact, I'm going to look at one today. They're harder to find, but they are out there. So that's another way that I've gotten a lot of deals in the past, is through MLS as well. So don't give up on it. Being an agent makes it much easier. You have to act very quickly, but there are deals there. And of course, we have the post-occupancy hoarder house, which was through a wholesaler as well. And again, I didn't realize how much I liked not having ads, but it's not that hard to skip over them. This is a wholesaler one I'd worked with before who got me this deal. So again, it makes sense to work with wholesalers. Another flip that we're working on right now that is close to being done, we're just waiting for the roof, we've been waiting forever, is this property. And this was another agent who sent me 2 or 3 other deals before. And that was another cool situation where I have multiple agents who send me deals, not from my office, from other offices, because they know we flip houses, we make things really easy, we'll buy them quickly, and we do what we say we're going to do. So the agent called me up, said, hey, I've got a seller, the house is not very nice, they want to move really fast, they don't want to list it, are you interested in buying it? I went and looked at the house, told them what my offer was. Usually they say, okay, that wasn't really what they wanted, but they'll accept it, they'll go forward with it. Sometimes there's negotiation back and forth, or sometimes they're like, that's just too low, we're going to list it anyway. I'm like, that's fine, go ahead, because people do make more money if they list it on the MLS than selling to me. That's just almost always how it works, even after paying some of the costs. But to some people, it's worth it to sell directly and not deal with the hassle of being on the MLS too. So this was another one. It was kind of just from networking, being in the business a long time, and let's see, we're going to keep on. Well, this is the country flip, and just having a really good reputation. That's a huge part of it as well, because I think a lot of people. I'm going to try and go back. Oh, there we go, to another flip. Try and, they're willing to give up their reputation to save $1 or $2 here, and it just kills you in the long run. So even if it costs me a little bit of money, if I make a mistake, if I do something stupid, I always do what I say I was going to do. And I'm always very honest, very upfront with people. And that's why other agents, other investors, other wholesalers often come to us first to work with us, because they know if we say we're going to do something, we're going to do it. I'm going to be totally honest with them. If I think a house is overpriced, I'm going to tell them. If I think they missed something, I'm going to tell them. I'll help them find comps to see what it's really worth sometimes, and they appreciate that. And I'm very honest with sellers too. I'm not out here telling people, "Oh, your house is worth $300,000," and then I go and sell it for $400,000. I'll tell people what it's worth. I'll tell them why we're paying so much less than what it could be worth because of repairs and carrying costs and commissions and all the stuff that we have to pay, and people appreciate that. So. This is another off-market deal, and this is actually from my son's old baseball coach, and he is actually connected to me through some other old investors and clients through my dad's, and who we'd worked with for many, many years. They didn't want to list it on the MLS. They just wanted a quick sale, and we bought it directly through them as well. So as you can see, a lot of these properties were bought through, they're off-market, they weren't listed, but I wasn't out there sending postcards. I wasn't out there, knocking on doors. These were connections I've built over many, many, many years. And it's very important if you want to be an investor, if you want to be in this business or any business at all, protect your reputation, do what you say you're going to do. And if you show over and over and over again, you're going to do the right thing, you're going to do what you say, business will come to you. And that's true with almost any business, a real estate agent, any kind of sales, anything you do, that's usually how it works out. And it takes some time. It won't happen overnight. But you can destroy your reputation overnight, that's for sure, if you are trying to find a quick buck or do the wrong thing to save some money and word gets out. So be very careful. So before we go, I want to show one more thing. Okay, here we are on investormore.com, which is my blog. So InvestorMore YouTube channel, InvestorMore TikTok, Facebook, all that. InvestorMore.com/flips. I list all my flips that I've ever had a video on here. And I kind of started at 115 because I didn't do videos before that. But these go all the way up to 239. I actually have two that are numbered the same, which is, I was looking back, and one was a triplex, which was sort of a rental, but kind of a flip, and I can see why I did that. So we're actually at like 240 if you don't count that one that was double counted. But I've got before videos. I definitely need to add some more after videos on here, but you can see the numbers, some information. I might add another tab that gives some more details on what the flip was here too. But you can click on here and then see what the property is, see the video, and sometimes it has an after video as well, and give you some more, information on those two ads. But anyway, lots of ways to see the flips. There's lots of ways we're buying properties. I haven't sent out postcards for a while for flips, but we did send some out to look for multifamily commercial properties recently, and we do some marketing like that as well. But primarily, MLS, wholesalers, and just networking and my reputation is how we get good deals. So we'll have more updates on these flips as the remodels continue. A couple of them should be done really soon. We'll have more videos of the new flips we're buying and working on, and a video of the new flip I just got under contract as well. So make sure you stick around, follow along. We'll have much more coming up. And of course, we'll still have the videos on the laundromats and businesses and stuff like that as well.